we review a game that needs no introduction. It's a game that recently released that everyone has been talking about. On today's episode of Mumbles, we review Metroid Dread, coming up next on Mumbles. Samus, no! Hi everyone, Mumbles here. Today I'm ready to take this review over 9,000, charge up my power beam, and give Metroid Dread my best shot. Because we're reviewing Metroid Dread today. But before we get into that, please do take your little Samus figurine, throw it at my subscribe button so that we shoot up those YouTube charts. Thank you guys all so much for the support. We're reviewing Metroid Dread today. I'm going to tell you guys what the description reads so I don't give too much away of this game because I don't want to spoil anything. Upon investigating a mysterious transmission on planet ZDR, Samus faces a mysterious foe that traps her in a dangerous world. The remote planet has been overrun by vicious alien lifeforms and murderous robots called Emmy. Hunt or be hunted as you make your way through a labyrinth of enemies in Samus' most intense side-scrolling adventure yet. This game is available only for Nintendo Switch for a price of $60. On to my gameplay review now. If you've ever played Castlevania or another 2D Metroid game, you know exactly what to expect from this game. A lot of fighting and a lot of exploring. Throughout this game, you will control Samus and have to make your way through each area. Some areas will require different things from you, and some areas will make you fight. Others might make you flee in terror, and some might even confuse you. But that is part of the charm of this game, and it pulls it off by playing with your emotions quite well. But it doesn't mess around with the controls. Control-wise, I am happy to report that this game controls as if you have a hot knife cutting through butter. It is a dream to control Samus as she does exactly what you want at all times. Very responsive controls. And you will need every inch of those controls as enemy after enemy after enemy after enemy after enemy will be thrown at Samus, and you will have to defeat each and every one of them, or sometimes maybe even run away. This is a game that is built to be hard, and it is no Mario game. Never fear though, with each increasingly hard challenge, Samus does power up and gain new abilities to meet those challenges and beat those multi-wave bosses that can be quite difficult. That's where all the exploring comes in. The more you explore, the more power-ups and things you will get for Samus to help her on her journey. Metroid Dread never really forces you to go in any explicit direction, but it does help guide you in certain directions as you explore through this thing. Because powering up Samus is so important, Metroid Dread never forces you to go really in any direction. There are moments where it kind of guides you in a certain way, but for the most part, you're left to decide where you want to explore and how you want to tackle things. Which means exploring is just as important as fighting in this game. So to sum up the gameplay section, this game is all about fighting and exploration in the simplest of terms. So guys, now we come to the con section, and I have to say for con, the first con is the game length versus the price. Some people are complaining $60 is too much for a game that's only about 6 hours long. For me personally, this game took me more like 10 to 12 hours because I suck and got stuck on bosses and things. Got stuck as to where to go sometimes. But for other people who blasted through this game, this might be a little bit of a disservice to the game, and I'm going to list it here as a con as a result of that. The second con is that the difficulty can be very difficult. Now, obviously, if you're a great game player, you may not have this problem, but with me, even fighting some of the lesser enemies, the non-boss enemies, caused me problems. And, you know, I do like having a challenge. Sometimes I felt that the challenge was quite difficult. I didn't feel that it was unfair, but this is a hard game. Make no mistakes, this is no Mario game. My final con is that, as I said, at times Metroid doesn't really give you any direction as to where to go, and at times I did find myself getting slightly lost as to where the heck I was supposed to be going. So guys, now what's up to talk about is what I'm going to give Metroid Dread on today's episode of Mumbles. Guys, this is 100% without a doubt a Game of the Year contender, and a strong Game of the Year contender at that. I was a little worried about this game that Nintendo would kind of dumb it down. I don't want to say dumb it down, but make it less difficult. I was afraid that Nintendo would look at their player base and say, they don't want a hard Metroid. But, to my surprise, Nintendo did not do that. They gave us a Metroid experience that is on par with other Metroid games out there. It is hard, it is difficult, but it is fun. It is made well, the gameplay is fantastic, the controls are fantastic. There was a lot of polish put into this game. I was very, 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 very impressed, with this game. Nintendo did a fantastic job on it. I wish they would make more 2D style games like this because obviously they can do them very, very well. And guys, as a result, I'm going to reward this game today with a 9 out of 10 on today's Mumbles review. Me giving a 9 is very rare on any game, so please understand this is a big deal for this game. Anyways, guys, this has been my review of Metroid Dread. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Please smack that subscribe button, smack the like button, and smack all those buttons. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, everyone. Take care.